Hi everybody, welcome to Unit 3 where we are going to work on solving equations. So today we are going to solve equations using inverse operations and you will be able to explain your steps. Alright, so we talked about an equation being like a balance. So the first thing I like to do is draw a line down my equal sign so I can see which side is the left and which side is the right. Next thing I'm going to do is circle the variable and its coefficient if it has one. This one is just an x, and if I wanted to, it would be 1x. Now I have to look at what has happened to this x and what's on the same side of it to undo it to get it to the other side. So here I see I have a negative 12 4/10. To undo a negative, I am going to add 12 4/10. Because negative 12 4/10 and 12 4/10 makes 0. So now I am left with just x on this side. On the other side, I am adding, and I would get 20 6/10. I'm going to go ahead and move ahead, and I will show you how to check one of your answers at the end. All right, so every time I'm working on an equation, I'm drawing a line down the equal sign so I can see my left side and my right side, which is going to be really helpful as we continue. Right now I have 4 plus x equals 15. So 4 plus something gives me a total of 15. I'm going to circle my x and the plus sign next to it so I can see that this is a positive x. I see that 4 is on the same side as x, so I'm going to need to remove that 4. Right now it's positive 4, so to get rid of it, I'm going to minus 4. And whatever I do to the left side, I also have to do to the right side. So I am going to get x equals 11. 4 minus 4 is 0, and 15 minus 4 is 11. All right, going to the next problem. I'm again going to draw a line down my equal sign so I can see my left side versus my right side. I'm going to circle the x variable, what I'm trying to get by itself. And now I see that I have a negative 3 here. So to pair with negative 3, I'm going to pair a positive 3 to make 0. So negative 3 and positive 3 are 0. That term is now gone. I have x equals 15. All right, let's go on to the next one. All right, we have a fraction here, but that's not going to change. I'm going to draw a line down my equal sign. I'm going to find the variable, what I'm trying to isolate or get by itself, which is y. And I am going to do the inverse or opposite of what is on the same side as y. Right now I have y minus 1/5, so I'm going to pair adding 1/5. All right, and now I'm adding fractions with two different denominators. I'm going to know that 1/5 is equal to 2/10. I just multiplied that by 2. Or multiplied it by 1, but multiply the top and the bottom by 2. Y is going to equal, now I can cross out the 1/5 because I found it's equal to 2/10. 3/10 plus 2/10 is 5/10. Or I could simplify that to 1/2, so y equals 1/2. All right, so when you're doing one-step equations, that's what these are. We only needed to do one thing in order to get our variable by itself. If the constant, the number on the same side as x, is positive, you will subtract it. If it is negative, you will add. We have to use inverse operations. Opposite of addition is subtraction, and the opposite of subtraction is addition. Now, the one really good thing about solving equations is that we can check our solutions. So I can do 8 2/10 equals 20 6/10 plus a negative 12 4/10. And if that is correct, then I know that I have done my work right. So if I take 20 6/10 and I add a negative 12 4/10, I do in fact get 8 2/10, so I know I am correct. Let's try one more. Negative 3 plus 15 equals 12. Negative 3 plus 15 does equal 12, so I know I'm right. All right, make sure that you check your work. You can either write it out or do it in your head, and make sure you are showing every single step, drawing that line, showing what you're doing to both sides to isolate the variable. All right, nice job, everybody. Thanks for listening.